opinion on today's subject. And today's subject is basically, do we feel that the British TV film industry is still institutionally racist? What are we saying when we say that? What we're saying is, does the British TV and film industry, are they still perpetuating same images, stereotypes of black people? Is this the case? Are you an actor? Have you encountered any difficulties? What is your view when you're watching TV? That's what we're kind of interested in knowing. What I'm going to have Mr. T do, because I have to have him do it because this is part of his role, obviously, is to let everyone know how they can contact us. So yeah, Mr. T, tell the people how they can contact us for this subject.
Right, you can contact us on 0208 144 3493 on twitter.com/Sunday Reasoning. Sorry, I gotta breathe. I was just moving around some chairs, yeah. Right, so twitter.com/Sunday Reasoning, facebook.com/Sunday Reasoning, or email sundayreasoning@hotmail.co.uk.
I've had quite a good week. The kids have been on half term.
Good.
So I took some time off and was hanging with the kiddies. Had quite a creative, inspirational week in the sense that on Wednesday, took the kids to go see Some Like It Hip Hop, which was at the Peacock Theatre, which was kind of choreographed and produced by an organisation called Zoo Nation.
Okay, and what do they do?
Well, they do dance.
They're a dance theatre group.
Oh, just dance all together?
Listen,
oh, wow.
It was 2 hours, 20 minutes. 2 hours, 20 minutes. And...
I'm a fly on the wall.
Can we just say the reason we're laughing is because we're just feeling really beautiful today, and God is good. So carry on.
It was really good though. It was really phenomenal. The dance was amazing. The choreography was amazing. And what was good was that there were...
Caroline, how was your week?
Yes, my dear.
Tell us about your week.
Well, it was half term. I was busy working throughout the half term. And my daughter came in to work with me to start researching on her work experience placement.
Is she going to be working with you?
No, she's not going to be working with me. She wants to get into media law. So we're looking for a media law organisation where she can get stuck in for 2 weeks of her work experience. So if you know of anywhere...
We saw a colleague of ours called Lyrical. She had her album. She launched her album, Amazed, at Mau Mau's in Portobello. So what you may notice today, because usually I come to the studio with a whole heap of different CDs to play, a whole heap of different music.
I know, it's just one.
I bought one CD.
Same, I brought mine in just in case.
Let's have a look.
CD, yeah, because all I'm going to play today
has to be done.
is tracks from her album. No, it's already in the
good.
CD. I'm always ready
I was sweating.
roll. You know, so on the one hand, we're just going to support what her music is, big it up, because it was actually phenomenal. There was a live band and all that kind of stuff. So it was really, really good. So in terms of some of the conversations that we've had in the past about creativity, education, kind of supporting your community, and which even links into what our conversation is today, is that this was a great platform for her music, and she's phenomenally talented.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, how do we support each other? So even for you as a filmmaker, we've had discussions before in the past. How do we create platforms for real talent, to be seen? And as a British artist, as a lyricist, a poet, a singer, this is phenomenal. So this is all I'm playing today, because I think people need to go out, buy it, download it, support it. It's up on Facebook.
I'm on it.
The whole entire shebang. So I don't really know whether or not I should just play the first track from her album. I think remind people of how to get in contact with us.
0208 144 3493 on Twitter, twitter.com/Sunday Reasoning, on Facebook /doc. No, that doesn't sound right.
Facebook.
Facebook.com/Sunday Reason or email sundayreason@hotmail.co.uk. And I think at that point it would be a great time to listen to one of those tracks that you guys are talking about.
Yeah, so I'm going to, straight to track number 7, which is called To Me. Which is involving with another British artist called Kevin Martrell. Again, if you don't know about Kevin Martrell, these people, you need to be looking up these people, because Kevin Martrell has been in the business for a very long time, done a lot of work with like the Streets, Frank Skinner. But Kevin is phenomenal as a writer, singer, pianist, musician. The man's heart. I wish I could do that flick. How do you do that flick?
Watch.
With a flick.
That's the one.
Through the mic as well. Can you hear that?
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, okay?
But that should only be used in certain circumstances.
Okay, well
one of this circumstance. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm saying for these two. So this is one of my favourite tracks I've rinsed already. I saw her on Thursday. I've already played this tune easily about 20 times in my house already.
Higher.
We're coming. No, we're coming. Okay, no, hold on. It was she guessed.
I'll go back of the room. Sorry.
Not too far back where the camera will pick you up.
We're never 5 minutes in my girl's house telling us what tunes we're playing. So, but yeah, track 7, and it's called To Me.
So we can't be heard now.
I feel super duper house today. Mr. T, let's tell you who we got in the house today.
We've got special guest Caroline. How you doing this morning?
I'm very well, thank you, Mr. T.
Tell us about yourself.
I am a teacher, dance teacher, choreographer, singer, songwriter, external verifier.
Pause. That last one. Forgive my ignorance. Please explain.
External verifier, where I basically externally verify courses for I won't name it because I don't know if I can, but for a nationally recognised qualification, just to make sure that it's...
Name it. Qualifications are good. Name it.
BTEC.
Oh, wicked.
BTEC.
I did a BTEC.
Yeah, same.
Nice. Wicked.
Same. So we know how it works.
Yeah.
BTEC is what I originally taught in performing arts, majoring in dance. So I've now gone on to externally verify those qualifications to ensure that it's national average. National average? Not national average.
Let's just say there's a quality mark.
Quality.
I feel like national average makes it sound average.
It does. Doesn't it?
It does.
my tongue wasn't rolling the way it should be.
But in terms
just
of
to make
quality,
sure that the quality is there.
assurance is there.
Yeah.
You know,
Good,
so you've got to know your stuff in order to know what do they know their stuff.
Right.
You know, but in terms of our topic, have you had a chance to think about what our topic is, which is, do you feel that the British film and TV industry is still institutionally racist? Do you, in terms of dance and choreography, and maybe people doing castings, because obviously dance is similar, not exactly the same, but in terms of almost like
it's all show
acting,
business, baby. It's all show business.
So in terms of what is your perception, or at the same time, because I don't want to be that I'm feeding people, because I know I spoke to a colleague, friend of mine the other day, who actually said, no, I think actually everything's fine. You know, we've come from where Florella Benjamin was on TV, it was just Lenny Henry and Florella Benjamin in the 70s. So we've actually come
to where
that's the thing. Where?
Did you answer about the destination?
Yeah, we didn't go too deep.
Okay, cool.
But if those are the only 2 black faces you're seeing on TV, then we have progressed since then, was what he was saying. So my thing is, but it's obviously about opinions. Everyone has their own opinion.
I think it's good if you've been in the country for 10 years, but if you've been in the country for like 100 years plus, whatever, you got really...
it hasn't moved as far.
You got to really think
could.
about progression. Yeah.
You know. So Caroline, what are your views on this?
Well, in terms of if we think about dance, there are a lot of fantastic dance companies out there.
Now, but when you first started, you didn't have the Flawless and the Boy Blue and the Zoo Nations and etc.
No, you didn't. You didn't have those, which well, it was still rising. If we're talking about street dance or hip hop theatre and everything like that, that was still rising. If I remember rightly, in 1992, 1992, I was part of a group called GWI, who well, it was a street dance company. So we would tour and we'd go around and we'd perform, sometimes at charity events and sometimes at places like the Clothes Show. And we were one of the first, correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, if you're out there, but if I remember rightly, we were one of the first groups out there doing our thing.
And who were the guys? Who were the guys who danced with Snap? And
Hudson and Dean.
Okay.
Yeah. They were out there as well. So that was. So they.
And Nicky, what did Nicky?
He was Cash Crew.
Okay.
Yeah, Cash Crew. So he was rapper with the rest of his group. I think there was 4 of them all together at the time, and they did very well. But I think it's all down to it was more of a jump off. They were creating a platform for now what we have today.
Okay.
It's still a struggle today, but there was, for the street dance, the funding was very sparse, and we had to continuously graft to be able to get recognised at what we do. Now I remember GWI, as years have progressed, there have been a lot of people, choreographers, fantastic choreographers now, and they've created a big platform, a huger platform for dance. They were part of that circle of GWI and have now branched off. So it has slowly grown, but I think there's still a lot more growing to do. You have the Rum Bear Dance Company who have a lot of funding, and then you have other companies, small scale companies that do not get this funding and who are constantly struggling to get that funding. So I think that would be on par with a lot of our Afro-Caribbean actors, filmmakers who are continually trying to struggle. So
but in terms of if we think about TV, as in dance is, not that I want to put it in a specialist bracket, but if you put dancers...
I think it is though, because not everybody can dance.
But in terms
not
of
everyone can act, not everyone can make
but in terms of TV, the thing about TV and commercials, is that this is in everyone's household. Yeah, so dance to me is a specialism, in one sense. Whereas on TV, you're seeing faces every single day.
True.
Yeah, so in terms of the faces that we see every single day, do you feel for your daughter, for yourself, that you are represented on the TV? Do you see characters who you can relate to?
No, absolutely
or
not.
What's our stance in terms of TV and film?
Go ahead, ladies first.
I don't see characters of myself. I don't see characters of my daughter. I don't see characters of my peers who are very positive role models. I see characters that really actually put me off from wanting to watch TV.
Okay, as an example.
That's nice.
I don't watch that much TV, to be honest, because it does put me off. But if I take an obvious one, which is EastEnders. I used to watch EastEnders, but then they got to a point where I thought I just actually can't take anymore. I can't take any more of the dramas. I can't take any more of the characters.
Is it the storylines that put you off rather than
the stereotypes? You
don't feel that
it's both the storylines, the characters. I just think it's not real. It's real to a tiny degree, but it doesn't give us the full perspective of what I don't want to say British society, I suppose London society, because what we have to remember is that London is the most multicultural city in Britain. And so for some, it's great entertainment. But if we want it to actually reflect London society, then it doesn't do that for me, and I feel quite put off by watching it.
I think you've hit the nail on, what is it, the nail
on the head.
You have indeed, with multicultural, and I think we're living in such a mixed society, which is beautiful. There's no, if you're from another country, you're watching TV, you'd never believe that the society is as diverse. That's the word I should be using, diverse. Because for me personally...
Do you think it depends on what you're watching? Because on the one hand, some people might say, well, Misfits, Skins, Hobbit. Certain of those programs actually are very diverse. Yeah, but if you're Coronation Street, where's Coronation Street? Coronation Street is up in Wales or
We're
something.
stuck in a time warp. We're stuck in a time warp where we're watching the same reruns for the last 20 years, from EastEnders to Coronation Street to Casualty, whatever, and it's all the same, and all they're doing is recycling the characters, recycling the programs, and they've never actually made any change. And I think it's the fact that the institutions want to hold on to their last grasp of power. You with me? Not really accepting today.
Or, again, I'm going to be devil's advocate, is if you've noticed over the last couple of years, a lot of the TV programs don't actually have a lot of money. There aren't that many new programs being made. There's a lot of either cheap reality shows.
No.
They're not making good drama or there's not good
Can I pause
TV.
you right there? Can I pause you right there? The BBC makes enough money. The BBC alone, the programs that they make, they actually export them to the US, to Asia. So they're reselling these programs. You with me? So
like The Office and Shameless.
And all these things have been recreated.
Yeah.
So it's a case where we're not seeing what we're supposed to be seeing as taxpayers. Forget the diversity thing for a moment. As taxpayers, everybody in this country is entitled to watch a program, and it actually specifies this in the Ofcom guidelines, that each and every culture within this country is supposed to reflect, entertainment is supposed to reflect what we have going on, and we don't. And it's a joke, and I'm here to tear this down today.
But that's
Right, I can't hear Caroline properly.
Sorry, forgive me.
okay. Is the mic working?
No, someone else has just texted in saying I can't hear you properly.
Oh right,
That's
okay.
fine, yeah.
Okay. Well, I've lost my train of thought now.
Sorry.
Because you said
In terms of...
Oh, okay. So they're supposed to be reflecting. So
Yeah,
what
of
if?
course.
So what if that is their way of reflecting? They're showing us. We're seeing the view through their eyes, and they could argue, well, we are reflecting.
Reflecting what? You see,
reflecting a variety of cultures, diverse cultures.
It's do you know what? What I see today and what everybody else sees today is just a diverse community, society, whatever way you want to put it, and none of these TV programs reflect people of today. It's the same thing we've been watching for the last 20 years.
Well, see, because my thing is that, for instance, me and my kids, we love watching Fresh Prince. My kids are watching the same episodes of Fresh Prince that I was watching. You know, and it's like, you know, my thing is, so, you know, back in the day it was the Cosby Show, yeah? And the thing is, there are the Huxtables. Huxtables do actually exist. You know, we also had, back in the day, we had the Real McCoy, we had Desmond's, we had Baby Father, we had a whole range of different...
And we've got, it's funny actually, we've got Meet the... What's it, I've forgotten now.
Meet
the
the...
Abbey...
I mean, the family.
Yeah, the Nigerian
There was a family, but you also
was that
had
Channel
Meet the
4?
something
No,
or
it's
other,
actually
which was...
it's only online. They did 2 series. I'll get the
They
correct
had the Asian
pronunciation.
family as well.
No, this one's actually about a Nigerian family, and it's got Lateef Lovejoy in it, and they actually made 2 series, and the fact that none of the TV programs, none of the TV stations would buy it.
Really?
They wouldn't buy it because they actually wanted to change it, and they're like, listen, we've made 2 series, we're not going to change it, so they just did it online and it went straight to DVD. So it's not that there's no material out there, it's just the fact that these organisations, these institutions don't want to show anything apart from the same old nonsense.
So we've got issues. So
Are they saying why? Are they saying why? What's the reason? Not enough views?
Or is
when
it
you think about it-
commercial? What's considered commercial
No, but when
or
you think-
marketable?
When you think about it, yeah, they these like, let's deal with the BBC. On a Sunday, the Antiques Roadshow. How many people you know watch the Antiques Roadshow?
I reckon
Right.
there must be a lot of people that watch the
How many
Antiques
people do
Roadshow.
you know?
There must be. I don't know.
Do you know?
No.
How many people you know watch Songs of Praise?
Okay.
The older generation.
Okay.
Yeah,
How-
but there's
The older
there's an
generation.
audience for everything, though, isn't there? But I hear what you're saying.
yeah, but there's a lot more young people than there is mature people. Would you agree?
Well, we need to do
People
the
are living
census. We
longer.
need to see what the census says to find out how many old people there are.
Yeah, but you see, my thing is, yeah, they've been, as I said, how long have they been showing Songs of Praise for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long they've been showing? Do you remember One Man and His Dog? Who watches
Yeah.
these programs? do you know what I'm
That's
saying?
true, you know.
I have to watch things like CSI, Dexter,
Now that you have Sky, now that you have Freeview, everyone's watching everything apart from probably 1 to 5. Or this new, the Virgin Tebow. You watch what you want to watch.
Is it still reflecting the type of characters that we would like?
But in saying that, sorry to cut you. In saying that, they do. There's a program called Luther with Idris Elba.
Yes, who had to go to the States and come back. Can I just say something though?
Yes.
Can we just, I'm wondering whether you should give people the telephone number.
Yeah, and then we can come back.
Go to an ad break. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we come back.
Yeah, man.
Yes. What?
The number is 0208 144 3493. Twitter.com/Sunday Reasoning. Facebook.com/Sunday Reasoning. Sunday Reasoning at hotmail.co.uk.